Exit 5 in Bristol. Come enjoy wings while watching the show or listening right here on Spreaker.com. Bearcat Sports Chat, 6:30 p.m. at Buffalo Wild Wings at the Falls. Go Bearcats!
Welcome back to the Bearcat Kickoff Show as we get ever closer to kickoff from this Week 9 matchup between the Virginia High Bearcats and Lebanon Pioneers. Mr. Harper's chugging his way up here trying to get to us. He's digging up the steps here. But, Mark, let's go ahead and give us a forecast for tonight's game.
You know, Dylan, it's fall here in Virginia. Right now we're at 70 degrees, but by about the end of the fourth quarter, we're looking at about 59 degrees. I might have to throw on my jacket before we get done here tonight.
Hey, I brought a pullover too, so it'll be an exciting night for football. Plus the weather, that's something to get excited about as well. And, Mark, let's go ahead and just go through them real quick, the key matchups for tonight's game, 3 of them.
Virginia High is running back against the D-line of Lebanon, and the D-line of Virginia High going against the offensive line of Lebanon as well. Kind of expect a big battle from Jamie Lathrop in the linebacker position, being able to break off and get some runs of his own there on the outside.
So get some key matchups there. And now we're happy to be joined by Mr. Harper. Let's make sure his mic's turned on. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it, guys. Always good to be with you all, and another beautiful night for Bearcat football.
Just take your breath, you know.
We got
I'm old and out of shape, guys.
He was getting it up the steps. We should have timed him whenever he was coming up here. But thank you for joining us, and we're going to talk a little bit about. We got a few minutes here, 4 or 5 minutes to chat with you here pre-game, but talk about volleyball last night. Big sweep there on senior night.
Yeah, girls have been playing really well lately. Kind of getting geared up for the district tournament next week, and even more importantly, the region tournament the following week. Unfortunately, we didn't get the number 1 seed, so everything's going to take place at Marion. But, you know, we gave them a really close match. The last time we played them, that was our last loss. But, you know, the girls have really come together. Coach Johnson and Coach Reif have done a great job kind of keeping them focused on what the end result would be. And, of course, that's we lost in the first round of the regionals last year. And this group knew they wanted something more
I want to make a push.
And so, you know, they're kind of peaking at the right time. And like I said, you know, when you play a team like Lebanon, who we struggled with a little bit the first time we played them, to come out and sweep a good team like that, who as of right now is the number 3 seed in the district. We're 2, and, you know, we kind of asserted ourselves. And that's what you want. You know, you want to come out and play your game, and the girls did that. And like I said, we'll play the winner of Lebanon Tazewell next Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Marion. And if we win that one, probably see the Scarlet Hurricanes again on their own floor. But
yeah, and it was a great match last time. And of course, we've talked about it with Coach Johnson there in Bearcat Sports Chat, how exciting it is to finish the season on a hot streak. It's different starting on a hot streak. That's fun, but to end the year when you're playing really at a different level than you were to begin the year, that's how you know you've made the improvements.
And that's well said. And I think most coaches would say, you know, it's not where we start, but where we finish. And that's kind of, you know, a lot of great things going on at Virginia High School right now as we start to wind down seasons. Volleyball, cross country's in the district tournament at Lebanon on Wednesday. They're kind of peaking at the right time. So, you know, I think our coaches do a good job kind of not only striving for success each contest, but keeping that eye on the big picture of where we want to be at the end.
So we asked Coach Christus, we're going to air the interview right here in just a few minutes, but what's the mood been like? Last week was a tough loss. What has the mood been like for the football team this week? Has there been any difference?
Well, you know, I think it's kind of maybe what separates this group from some other teams that I've been around. They're such a close group. And, you know, of course, no one likes to lose, and certainly don't like to lose by a large margin. But, you know, this is a tough group. They're a resilient group, and they will certainly bounce back. And I think they're just excited for the next one tonight and come out and take care of business, get the Pioneers, and another big one next week here at home.
Yeah,
so
you've been busy the last 2 weeks. This last 2 home games back-to-back here.
Well, you know, it's a great time. Like I said, I mean, from a crowd standpoint, I expect we'll have a few late arrivers this evening, and certainly appreciate everyone listening out there on the Bearcat Radio. But, you know, I really, with Marion being undefeated and they're off this week, you know, hopefully we'll have a good showing tonight and really have a huge crowd, an exciting atmosphere, playoff-type atmosphere next week.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game coming up next week, but we can't forget about this. So this is a big game tonight, and just another couple of notes here. You got to take away from the Graham game, if you will, they're just they're a team on another level.
They're
I mean, we're not going to talk too good about them, but they are a football team on a different level.
Each week's a different matchup, and they've kind of had, they had a tough loss against a big rival first week of the season against Bluefield, West Virginia, and who's a really good team in their own right, number one in 2A in West Virginia. And
they run the ship over there, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they were the better team that night. I mean, I don't think we played our best football by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes you just shake the opponent's hand, and they were better than us on that night. But hey, depending on how the cards fall, maybe we'll get another crack at them.
Maybe we. You never know. And tonight they've got to go to Richlands, who beat them both times last year, and they beat them early in the year, and they beat them in the playoffs. So really, revenge factor has been the thorn in their side.
Well, yeah, but just kind of doing a little. I'm not as research based as you guys here on Bearcat Radio, but just doing a little research. If I were doing a pick 'em, I think Graham's got too much team speed.
With the points? Were you taking the points too? Or?
No, I don't want to get into that based on my position. I don't think that would be a wise avenue to go down. But I think Graham's a tough matchup for pretty much a lot of teams in the Southwest District, just based on their overall team speed, and they got some really good skill guys, and causes tough matchups.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup to keep up with. It's the only other Southwest District game tonight, so not a lot going on tonight.
But two good ones, we hope. Hopefully. Have a good crowd here at Gene Malcolm, and the Pride of the State Line band's taking the field right now. They all, as always, under the direction of Gary Skeen, do a wonderful job, and the crew's getting ready to make an entrance, and we hope that Bearcats come out on top, and then we can enjoy it for a little bit and get ready for next week.
Hopefully so. Well, thank you for joining us.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to catch my breath during that interview.
We gave you a little bit. We didn't give Coach Chris that luxury there against Abingdon a couple of weeks ago, but thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming. And with that, we're going to air this quick interview we did with Coach Chris a couple of minutes ago, about 3 minutes long, and then we'll be back for football from Gene Malcolm Stadium. Cats versus Pioneers coming up next. We're happy to be joined by Coach Chris for a pregame interview. And, Coach, thank you for joining us here before the game.
Hey, thank you guys.
And, Coach, what is the mood of the team going into tonight's game, and how's practice been this week?
We had a good week of practice. Got an extra day off there with fall break. I think we needed it to mentally refresh, get our legs back to us. Felt like we played pretty tired last week, didn't play as fast as we have earlier in the season. So we took advantage of that. They've been hungry. I think we didn't have to say a lot to them, as they said. We didn't play well last week, and that's not taking anything away from Graham, but it's a hungry group to get back on the field and play the way we've been playing before.
It's good to keep that hunger going. It's another Southwest District game, so another important game. Lebanon has persevered through injuries at key positions for the majority of this season. That being said, they're coming off a 7-0 win over Castlewood last week. What are some strengths that you see in this team at Lebanon?
In general, they are young, but they're a team that's continued to fight. Again, pulled out a victory last week, a tight victory against Castlewood, which is a rivalry for them. And then on top of that, they've always just given us fits in the past. Even maybe when we've been better, they've come out and given us fits, come out on top. I think, in my 4 years, maybe we're even 2-2. They might even have the edge there. Can't even go back all of them. But bottom line is, I feel like, they just always play up a notch against us. So that's something we have to take into consideration. Throw records out the door. It's a district game. We need to come out on top and have a great performance.
So getting back to the Bearcats, how's everything on the health front? Is there anything lingering from Thursday's game at Graham injury-wise?
No, we're fortunate, knock on wood, that we're still healthy. Maybe that's a commitment to the off-season work that the kids put in and continue in the in-season in the weight room. But we're healthy, so we're excited about that. You always get some nicks and things of that nature. Elijah Helton nicked up his ankle last week. It seems to be responding pretty well. Had a good week of practice. We're healthy. Knock on wood, we can stay that way.
Good deal. So hopefully it stays the same, getting ready for that big game against Marion next week. And, Coach, like we did in the last few weeks, what are the keys for the game for tonight for you all to get a win here against Lebanon?
Get a fast start, stretch the perimeter offensively, fly around defensively, respond to adversity when they get momentum. We can't stop defensively. I think those are the biggest things, and then we need to create a big play in special teams, maybe in the way of a return this week.
All right, Coach, thank you and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
You're listening to Virginia High Bearcat football on Spreaker Radio.
Tonight, we say hello from Gene Malcolm Stadium here on the Virginia side of the border town of Bristol. Tonight, the 5-2 Bearcats take on the 2-5 Lebanon Pioneers. I'm Dylan Hutton, joined in the booth by my color analyst Mark Carr and our statistician Brady Malone. We're excited to be back at home to bring you another edition of Virginia High football on Bearcat Radio. The Cats are coming off a rough outing against a powerful Graham team, while the injury-riddled Pioneers are coming off a shutout win at Castlewood. Kickoff from this Southwest District clash is coming up next on Bearcat Radio.
It's time for Bearcat football from the radio home of Virginia High Athletics.
Hill up, and he's in. Touchdown. To the 10, he's in. Touchdown. Austin Davidson, 15 inside the end zone, and he's in. Inside Rose is through. Touchdown there. Virginia High takes the lead. He's got the first slipped by the tackle at the 30 to the 25 to the 20.
Nobody's going to catch him on that one.
And he's in.
Get him more,
Touchdown.
6 more points, baby.
And into the end zone, touchdown. Power forward with Rose. He runs over a man down inside the 5. They're saying he caught it. He got it. Bobby Medley, back-to-back catches. Carry him into the end zone. Touchdown. Big run.
Wow, just slaloming all the way through the end zone there. A 76-yard run there by Jamie Lathrop. Jamie Lathrop is absolutely amped right now. That's exactly what he needed to get the game going.
Kick. It's blocked.
Blocked. Wow, what a great
big
play
block
there.
As zone touchdown.
6.
Gave him a little leap there into the end zone. Lathrop to Rose, and he breaks through. He's got the first down inside the 10. Still on his feet. He's got 8 or 9 battle defenders around him. He cuts it upfield, waits on a block, and he's in. Touchdown, Virginia High. Big win here for Virginia High. Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Bearcat football here on Bearcat Radio. I'm Dylan Hutton along with Mark Carr, and we're joined in the booth by Brady Malone, our statistician, getting set for kickoff as Lebanon will kick it off to open up the ball game. They've got it teed up, and Gabriel Figueroa, the junior, 6'1", 170, is going to kick it off to the Cats to start the ball game. As Lebanon 2-5. Winless in the Southwest District, looks for their first win against the Bearcat team, looking for their second win in the district and their 6th overall win of the season. They're 6-2. It's pitting Coach Christ against Michael Webb. Coach Christ in his 5th year, Michael Webb in his first season, as we're waiting for the okay from the officials, and we are officially ready. Ball is teed up, and we are underway. Kick hits right at the 23. It's returnable. This is Davidson up past the 30, breaks a tackle there at the 35, and he's brought down right at the 40-yard line. Good return there from Austin Davidson there. Getting to the outside, he broke to the corner, and that's where the Cats will take it over right outside the 40-yard line, right inside the 40, that is.
And, you know, it looked like number 82 there was actually just playing a spy on the outside in case he did find that hole, and he did. But a good starting spot for the Bearcats, about on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, right on the 40 as the Cats will come out with a shotgun look. They were going right to left across the field. Lathrop from the gun. He's got Rose in the backfield with him. 4 wide receivers. Medley in the slot to the left. Carroll over to the right, over to the left side as well on the far side. And there's a snap, a straightaway handoff for Rose, the first play call of the day, and he's forward, breaking tackles out for a gain of close to 8 on a straight run there, and what a gash.
And why not? Like I mentioned all day, I think the Virginia High Bearcat running backs are going to be the X factor today. And with Aaron Rose running like a madman, I think we'll be doing all right.
Rose with close to 8 there. It's 2nd down and 2, ball sitting on the 48 line to gain the 50. Shotgun, Rose right behind Lathrop. There's a handoff off to the right side, a power run up past the 50, across the 50. First down, close to 5 on the carry. First down, Cats, the first down of the afternoon. here on Bearcat Radio. Quick start for the Bearcats. Already 2 plays and a first down, and they're up past the 50. Big return, though, to start the ball game from Ratcliffe.